Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sophia, and today we'll be diving into how to win in the game of life using astrology. Stay tuned till the end to discover the deepest secrets of your birth chart. Vedic astrology is known as Jyotish. Jyotish means the science of light. When we study light, we are studying the fabric of illusion. When we study darkness, we realize everything in the visible universe emerges from the depths of nothingness. Let's understand this. There's an old saying in the Upanishads: you are not in the universe is in you. Think about it like this. When you're totally immersed in a virtual reality game, where is the game really happening? On the computer, on the screen, or inside your consciousness? The ancient seers would say it's all happening in your awareness. So when you open your birth chart, you see yourself reflected on the page as if you are not a person at all, but a collection of numbers, codes, and mathematical equations. In Vedic philosophy, particularly in the concept of Maya or illusion, we find a similar idea. Maya is often described as the illusion that makes the material world appear real when it's actually a projection of consciousness. Here, they are talking about your North Node, or Rahu, and South Node, or Ketu, placements. These entities are known as the nodes of the moon and are points in space that create eclipses for Earth. This entity is also known as a dragon. Rahu is the head of the dragon, and Ketu is the tail. This dragon's body was dismembered during Samudra Manthan, an event in Vedic mythology where a demon by the name Swarpanu went diving into the ocean for the nectar of immortality. To stop the demon becoming overly powerful, Lord Shiva cut off its head before Swarpanu could finish drinking the elixir. Hence emerged Rahu, the head, your North Node, that is always seeking the nectar, and emerged Ketu, the body and tail detached from the quest. In short, Rahu represents what you must learn in this lifetime, while Ketu holds your past life wisdom. We've just touched upon the power of Rahu and Ketu, but how do they shape your biggest life decisions? Let's understand an eclipse. An eclipse is an event that overshadows the sun. The sun is known to symbolize our father and is the king of the solar system. And the moon is known to be a mother and the queen of Vedic astrology. The North Node and the South Node are also 180 degrees apart and always in retrograde. One twists while the other one turns, whereas the sun and the moon are two luminaries who are never in retrograde. Can you see how the illusion is locked in place by the meeting of these opposing forces? Meaning every 18 months, as the nodes switch signs, you may be completing a chapter in your life and embarking on a new mission. But who decides this mission? Imagine Rahu is a video game level you must master, and Ketu is the skills you have already mastered from past lives. Your chart tells you the game that you are playing. If your Rahu and Ketu are transiting from 6th and 12th houses, then you will be fighting illnesses, perhaps paying off debts, and wanting to leave your homeland for opportunities abroad. You may be seeking answers in faith and God in times of difficulty. If Rahu and Ketu are transiting your 1st and 7th house axis, then you'd be either motivated to become a leader within your community or pursue a relationship. The flip side can mean you break up or deal with the lessons in defamation. Our missions in life keep changing as the great dragon known as Rahu and Ketu keeps moving through the signs in conjunction with other planets. Do you feel like Rahu and Ketu are shifting your mission right now? Check your birth chart's house placements. Try journaling about any repeating life patterns. This will reveal your karmic themes. And so, they are known as malefics in Vedic astrology. Why malefic? Because Jyotish is the science of light. And the inventors of Jyotish preferred that you didn't fall for the illusion at all. Instead, Jyotish was designed for you to see beyond this light show into the nothingness from where everything emerges. Does that mean we do not go after our life purpose? This is where things get interesting. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna emphasizes the importance of playing one's role with detachment and devotion rather than being driven by fears. Krishna tells Arjuna that destiny is already set in motion, and his role is just to act as the divine's instrument. He also later says, it is better to follow one's own dharma imperfectly than to perform another's dharma perfectly. And he concludes by saying, true renunciation is in action, not in inaction. This is also known as karma yoga, meaning one can achieve liberation from fulfilling the mission through the serving of their life purpose. Think today how rapidly we exchange energy. We are able to interact with millions of people on social media through a 10-minute video and impact their consciousness. This is cause and effect, or the mechanics of karma on steroids. Why is consciousness changing on Earth so quickly, though? Vedic scholars are now speculating the end of Kali Yuga as we enter into a 1,000 to 1,200 year cycle of transition, where humanity will be reset for a new cycle of lesser density. Bear in mind, we are only entering a transitional phase where things often tend to get worse before they get better. We are not at Satyuga yet and won't be anytime soon. Western astrologers say that we have entered the age of Aquarius, which aligns perfectly with the larger cycles mentioned in ancient Vedic texts, highlighting this transitional phase. We can find evidence of this transition in coronal mass ejections from our sun that has escalated in the past 2 years on an unprecedented scale, changing our DNA at a rapid rate. And let's not forget, outer planet Sedna, who has a 11,400-year orbit around the sun, is often linked closely to the Younger Dryas, where major flooding recorded in mythologies have reset humanity multiple times over. We now know that Sedna has re-entered our solar system and is only 50 years away from the closest point on Earth. This is where you must mark your calendars for the 29th of March 2025. A solar eclipse on this day is expected to have a stellium of 7 planets: Rahu, Saturn, Sun, Moon, Neptune, Venus, and Mercury. Remember, Venus and Mercury are in retrograde, and Saturn is changing sign into Pisces on the very same day of the eclipse. This is almost unheard of. All the malefics, Rahu, Saturn, and the Sun, are supercharged in this configuration in the sign of losses and floods. The benefics, the Moon, Venus, and Mercury, are incapacitated by the eclipse and the retrogrades. And all other planets, including ones not in the stellium, like Mars and Jupiter are aspecting Ketu in Virgo, impacting the axis of health, water, and endings. This configuration is rare, occurring only 2 other times in thousands of years. One just happened to be right before COVID on the 26th of December, and the other is speculated to have been at the beginning of Mahabharata, the epic battle between brothers that still reverberates through spiritual history. This configuration is known as Trishul Yoga, where planets form a trident, symbolizing the preferred weapon of Lord Shiva with the ability to destroy before rebuilding. So, what does this mean for us? Gaia is upgrading to 5D consciousness. This decade is earmarked for transformation. How we respond to this change is not only how we survive on Earth, but also thrive. This is where your mission on Earth becomes really important. Do you think the world is moving towards 5D? Let me know your thoughts below. In the following videos, we will learn about planetary orbits, zodiac belts, constellations, fixed stars, and about the galactic center, along with supracosmic points like black holes outside of the Milky Way. We will study age activations and planet maturity through transits. We will study the mythology of zodiacs and star seed origin, and how the galactic beings influence Earth even till date. So stay tuned for all the secrets of astrology. If you found this video valuable, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.